Hello, you are all very welcome to Straight from the Horse's Mouth, the Pony Play podcast. My name is Kylian Charnock, and I'm your host and guide as we explore this vast world of play, kink, and community. With me today is our final contestant for North American Pony 2026. We'll talk about how they first got into pony play, where they've gone with it, and what they're doing now. Please join me in welcoming to the podcast Kiso Pony. Kiso, how are we doing today?
We're doing great. I am so excited to be here, and honestly, getting to meet all the contestants in the little ways we've got to do this is amazing.
Yeah, it's actually been really fun. We have our own little Telegram chat now with the five of us now, and it's just been like, oh, this is cute. This is fun. Okay, cute little competition family. We
Absolutely.
love each other, but we are so gonna kill each other when we first meet in person.
No kidding. But honestly, it's gonna be amazing. The amount of diversity in the group that we have, I'm just so excited to see how everybody shines in their own way.
You took the words out of my mouth. You can't do that.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. No, I'm sitting here thinking, how can I Tanya some people? But at the same time, I'm like, no, play nice.
Yeah.
But I don't want to play nice. That's part of the fun.
Yes.
So tell me about Kiso. How did you get started in pony play? And give us your lore. Everyone loves a good backstory.
So the fun lore is that when I was probably 16 or 17, my grandma and I would watch Bones, and there was a specific episode that covered pony play, and even as a kid, I was like, I want to do that. And shortly after, I met somebody very out of the blue at Walmart who introduced me to the kink community. And
I'm sorry, hold on. At Walmart?
At Walmart. They were wearing a collar, and at the time I was a furry. And I thought that they were a furry. So I approached them, and I'm like, I love your collar. Are you a furry? And they're like, well, I'm a pup. It's kind of the same thing. And from there, I just slowly integrated myself into the community. And about a year in, I told them, I said, I want to do pony play. How do we make this happen? How do we make this work? And I met somebody in Indy called Indie Baby Girl, who was one of the, I believe, trainers. She goes by a different name. I don't know the name she uses in the contest side. But she introduced me to pony play, and I got to pull with her in the Pride Parade. That was it. I was like, I have to do more of this. Ponies on the Delta just made it even better, and I exploded from there.
And so you said you were furry. Were there other kinks that pulled you into pony play in that direction?
So not so much kink, more of hyperfixation. I grew up with horses. I lived on a farm growing up and had my own horses. And when I found out that I could be the horse, I was like, say less. And it just, continued from there.
Okay, cool. So then, how do you participate in play now? What does your average scene kind of look like?
Yeah, so as a pony that does not have a trainer, most of my play is interacting with other critters and seeing how my pony interacts with the different pets in a mosh setting most of the time. So with pups, she'll find a ball and she'll kick it to them or something. And, they'll play pass back and forth. Or if jumps are available, she'll try to guide the pups over the jump. It's really fun when she gets foxes or cats playing with her because they'll swat at her tail or, go after her hooves. And I'm just like, what are you doing?
Oh, that's cute. That's adorable. There are plenty of cats in our, I would say in our audience here. Pony Freya, who's also competing for North American Pony, is also a cat.
That's awesome.
I'm sure that's going to come out at some point. It usually does. Anytime we hang out. So, Yeah, we try to here in DC. We have our herd day at the Crucible, but we do open it up to like all pet players
Yeah.
because A, we want more people to come. B, when else are you going to get full run of the Crucible, which is like a legendary huge
Right.
dungeon for like 10 or $15 for 4 days, where usually like
Right.
any event that you go to is going to be like 35, 40.
Yep.
So it's like, guys, just show up,
Yeah.
be a cat, be a dog. But it's always
Yeah.
fun to like have them show up and like actually then interact with the ponies who
Yeah.
are like usually in like really intense training sessions or doing absolutely fuck all,
Right.
depending on what's going on.
Yeah.
One or the other. There is no in between.
Yeah.
But it's always interesting to see how they interact with each other in that situation.
Yeah.
So yeah, the idea of just a cat just on the ground, just like, swatting at the tail. I mean, knowing me, that cat's going to get kicked, but
No, so the best part about Kiso, just as far as her temperament, she is the most broke into the ground mare you have ever seen. Like,
mhm.
she's just that lesson horse that is completely bomb proof, and she'll tolerate anything you throw at her.
uh, good temperament. I don't know her.
Not all ponies have that.
No, they do not. So tell me about being a solo pony. You've told me now that you're a pony that doesn't have a trainer,
Yep.
but that's also kind of by design a bit.
hmm so Kiso and I had some rough experiences with handlers, which I don't know anybody that hasn't. But
Hmm.
it's one of those deals where we thought that we were dependent on a trainer, that to engage in pony play, you had to have somebody on the other end of those reins. And that made me very sad when I lost those people. Anytime that I realized, oh, I'm back to square one, I don't have anybody to do pony play with, I felt like I almost lost my pony. Um,
Mm.
During 2020, when a very close friend of mine passed away, he was one of the only people I had a good handler experience with as far as pony play. And when he passed away, I thought that was it for me and Kiso. And I wasn't ready to let that go. So for me, it was we had to relearn what it was for us to be in pony and how to really experience pony play without having to have that other influence. So just being able to pony in the backyard, just get in my tack and enjoy the feeling of her as myself was just more than I could ever say.
Mm. Mm. I want you to say more about you. We talked about this briefly before we started,
Yeah,
and I think it's really interesting. I'd like you to talk about how you reference Kiso in third person
yeah.
a lot as a separate entity, and talk about that. I think
Mhm.
that's really interesting.
Yeah, so I express and feel Kiso completely differently from myself, and I'm being a little bit more open about it now. I have undiagnosed DID because it is incredibly hard to get a diagnosis for that. Um, However, when I experience Kiso, she is something that I could only dream to be. She and I work together when we pony, but it's not always me. She is a completely different soul from me. She is a completely different vibe from me. And for her to be able to be her true self, I kind of have to step away and let her enjoy that.
Hmm.
Um, and she's an amazing part of me that I could never give up.
Hmm. Thank you for sharing that. I
Mhm.
think it's an interesting perspective, and it's another way that we as humans kind of experience these different identities that we take on when we when we participate in pet play, or like I hate to quote RuPaul, but like everything we do is drag if you think about it. And then the way, like, as we go to work, we put on a different persona. As we do this, we put on a different persona. And it's different. It's really interesting to hear it from a perspective like yours. And thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate it. And I'm happy to hear that you're being a little bit more open about it, because, that's how we process things, is being able to share things.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting. I know for me, Kylian is not as much a separate entity as much as an extension of myself. So that's why it's like, oh, this is really interesting to hear.
Yeah.
Let's go back and let's talk about events, because you've mentioned that you're planning some new stuff coming up, and you've gone to Ponies on the Delta, which... jealous. I haven't done that yet.
It doesn't exist anymore.
It doesn't exist anymore. That's what I thought.
It doesn't exist anymore. That's why I made the one I did, was because I loved ponies so much that I was like, we can't give this up. So I made my own.
Yeah, so tell us about it.
Yeah. So I decided that Ponies on the Delta was something that needed to continue. And, there are a lot of ponies that don't get to experience the competition side of pony play. And in my opinion, that is one of my favorite parts, being able to compete and, be able to really give it your all against other ponies that are also putting their whole heart into it. Like, it's hard to describe, because it's just really something that you have to experience for yourself.
Mm-hmm. And so can you tell us more about the event that you're doing?
So it's called Midwest Critter Fest. It's out in Mist Haven Campground in Peru, Indiana. And it is a little hole-in-the-wall campground that they're giving us full reign of the entire campground.
Full reign.
Exactly. And we're going to be able to do, and I say that it's pup and pony based competition, because it's based off the BioPet equivalent, but any pet can run. So on the pony side, we have blindfolded cart course, we have pole bending, barrel racing, reining, dressage, conformation, sled pull, like a little bit of everything. And then on the pup side, we have disc competition, dock diving, blindfolded herding, agility, freestyle, showmanship, and I think that's it. But they're 8 classes each.
Did you say dock diving?
Dock diving.
Oh, fuck yeah. I would watch that.
I have never seen human puppy dock diving. And I was like, we gotta do this.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm coming out just to watch that.
No kidding. So, yeah, we're gonna have, we have the entire pool to ourselves, and we're gonna have a buoy on a stick, and the puppies get to run and jump for it. Every catch equals points, and if they miss it, they get a fault.
Yes.
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 The problem with this being a podcast is that I always make like visual like responses before the sounds come out, and so it's just silence.
Yes.
That sounds amazing. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Now, like me personally, like I am not a competitive pony.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't had a competition where it's just like a let's see how much weight you can actually pull on the sled type of thing.
So
which I need.
We do have a sled pull. So we're gonna have something very much, because that honestly, that's one of my best classes. Like, absolutely love that. But we're gonna have a sled pull for both the pups and the ponies. And then the other things we're doing just to make sure that there is no, like, if you're not into the competition side, you're not going to be bored. There
Hmm.
are we're going to have grooming stations where our Midwest master um, is going. I believe that's their title. Lucian. I don't know if you know them or not. They are going to be doing grooming as well as boot blacking.
Hmm.
So they're going to offer that. We're going to have boarding and like stables and stuff like that for any of the horses and pets that want to, just kind of stand around and watch the events and stuff in, basically our little stalls. We're going to
Hmm.
have a wash rack. We're going to have a vet station put on by my pig daddy Josie. We're going to have like a bunch of really fun stuff. We're also going to have a pig, cow, and cat show, depending on if we have enough participants. We're going to have a Littles talent show. Like, there's going to be so much going on the entire
Yeah, this
weekend.
sounds like it's just over a weekend.
It is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, okay. Extended weekend. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm sitting here going, that sounds like a lot to cram into two
No,
days.
no, no.
But okay,
It's
4 days.
four
That's a
days.
little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds great. That
Yeah.
sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Shit, you're going to have to tell me when the dates are because I'm going to put that in my calendar.
May 28th through the 31st.
In
It's
the
the
middle of
weekend.
Camp Crucible.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Damn.
Which I was informed of that after I already made the dates, and I was like,
Made the dates.
oops.
Oops.
But
Uh,
we're also timing around Indiana weather because the problem is we do it too
mhm.
soon in May and we're going to be freezing our asses off. And we do it too late in May and everybody's going to be sweating. So it's like,
Yeah, you
ugh.
got to find that. You got to find that right weekend.
Hmm.
Damn. Well, we'll see if Camp Crucible sells out super quickly again or not. Because
Yeah.
if not, if they, I mean, they will. I guarantee they will because they keep it small. But when they do, that's when you start marketing. Hey,
Hmm.
we've got a plan B. I
Yeah.
mean, it sucks to be everyone's plan B, but like
I mean, yeah. But
for the first time,
honestly,
this is the.
I think about it this way. Camp Crucible is something you do when you are bound and determined. Like, it is the high end,
Mhm.
top of the line experience. Ours is more of the, hey, come experience something like Camp Crucible, but it's definitely a little bit more affordable just because it's not the all end, experience that you get at Camp Crucible.
Right, right, and I think there is definitely a market for that. I think there's
Yeah,
a need for something like that. So like, that's not a bad thing. That is
yeah.
not a bad thing at all. I just wish I could go to both.
Right.
But
And depending on, how we do this first year, we might move the dates around a little bit
mhm,
just because we don't want to be in direct competition with Crucible.
right,
Um, we want people to be able to experience both because they are going to be completely different vibes.
mhm,
But it's also like, again, playing around with when the weather's going to be bad, when the weather's going to be, too cold or whatnot with everything going on. So,
right, right. Totally understand that. But man, that sounds fun.
yeah,
So I ask everyone these two questions.
sure.
So here we go. Get ready.
All right.
How has your play changed over time? And has any of it influenced your everyday life?
So, I would definitely say that going through the experience I did where I almost lost Kiso and I almost lost, that very important part of myself to something that was so silly in the time, it has made me really appreciate the things that I have because it's like being able to push through the problems and the differences that I had. It made me realize, hey, maybe there is something to this of keep trying, keep playing with different options because there's always going to be a different way to experience something, even if it wasn't what you thought it was going to be in the beginning.
Mm. Mm. That's good. I like that. So my second, I guess really I do 3 questions, and I really need to change the script. My third question then is,
Yeah.
what's daily life like for you? Because we're not all kinksters 100% of the time. We all have
Right.
lives. We all have things to do. We
Right.
all have responsibilities. I have to
Yep.
send my cats to college, so I have to go to work.
Yeah.
So, like, what's daily life like?
Yeah. So daily life for me is I live with 3 cats, 4 dogs, 3 rats, and a ferret. Like, I
Good
love
God.
animals. Yes. I love my animals. And I live in a leather house with my leather family. Right now, it's just 3 of us living here, but we love every bit of it. And being able to experience our leather family together and being able to share expenses in a way that helps all of us, it's just so helpful to all of us. Um, I'm currently trying to get a position in a barn here at a college in town, and we got our fingers crossed for that. But mainly, I enjoy my free time. I do a lot of writing and drawing. I've now picked up embroidery, so doing more of that, and it's just finding little hobbies and little fixations here and there to keep my ADHD happy.
Mm, hmm mm. That's good, though. Yeah. Keeping yourself busy. That's
Hmm.
what life is about, while also trying
Yeah.
to enjoy life as well. Yeah. Okay, well, let's do some fun stuff before we go.
Yes.
Let's do some quick word association. Everybody has gotten the same words, so
Okay.
just first thing that comes to mind.
Oh,
I
goodness.
should do a compilation of all these at some point. But
Okay.
okay, first thing that comes to mind. Here we go. Gear,
Hoof pick.
ritual,
Oh. Smudging?
no wrong answer. Okay, great. Parade,
Oh, Pink Pony Club. So
yes,
there's a joke on that one, actually. The last parade I just got to pull in during my title year, the minute that I stepped off onto the actual parade route, somebody turned on Pink Pony Club.
perfect.
I
Love it.
wanted to cry. I wanted to cry.
Love it. Okay, next one is tension.
Oh, rains.
Good. Finally, someone got it right.
I thought you said there were no wrong answers.
There's always a right answer. There's always an intention when I write it down.
Yeah.
Excellent. Bridal.
Oh,
Or I guess in your case, headstall.
yeah. Ears.
Oh. Show ring.
Lazora.
Mane.
Ribbons.
And grooming.
Oh, wash racks.
Wait, what?
Okay, so one of my absolute favorite things is grooming scenes, and I've always wanted to experience a full wash rack scene
Oh,
where
hell
somebody just
yes.
completely strips me down to nothing but my headstall and just washes head to toe. And I'm like, give it to me, please.
Yes. No, actually, same. Same. Yes,
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Just please don't do it in the middle of winter. That's all I ask. Please, no.
So we're working on out at Midwest Critterfest having a heated wash rack so that way it'll be warm all year round. And I'm like, oh, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Love it. I love it. Thank you, Kiso, so much for coming on. Before we go,
Absolutely.
where can people find you online or in person, if that's your thing?
Yeah, so in person, obviously I'm going to be at Midwest Critter Fest, and then I will also be at ILKW next year, Indiana Leather and Kink Weekend. I will be at International Pup and Trainer. I almost messed up there. Um, I also float around in the Cincinnati area pretty frequently, as well as the Indiana area. I will also be out at Route 66 Pet Contest, which is OKC weekend, teaching some classes.
Very cool. So you have a busy calendar already.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for listening to Straight from the Horse's Mouth. If you've enjoyed this, don't forget to subscribe and tune in next week for more.